LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison, and you're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show live. People, this is the Coach Shelton Harrison Power Chart, and I'm going to break down the much-awaited fight between Holly Holm versus Valentina Shevchenko. People, there are a lot of people saying that, that Holly Holm is going to run right through Shevchenko. And people, those of us that understand the fight game, we know that this isn't going to happen, and that's just the way that is, okay? I've got the chart broken down, okay? I got it broken down in a lot of different categories, and this is how Coach Shelton Harrison looks at an MMA bout, okay? I take all these things into consideration. I look at their history, and then I rate them from here. Okay, the scale is on a scale of 1 to 5. And you guys can disagree and tell me if you agree or disagree or, think it needs to be rated differently. Okay, striking. The striking, in my opinion, is definitely a Holly Holm thing. Her boxing background gives her the edge in the striking, but Holly Holm is good at using her jab to find range with the fighters. And fighters, MMA fighters, are not adept at to try to rush in and get in there with that jab. She keeps that jab in their face all night long. Holly Holm throws a lot of 2- and 3-punch combinations. Her punches are effective. They're very effective, and people can't walk through her punches, okay? Valentina Shevchenko is an okay striker, but she don't use her strikes to her advantage, okay? Seeing as though that she's not that tall and her arm length is short, she can't really use her punches to really set stuff up. She's more of a kicker. She don't use her jab as good as I think she should use it, and that's why I give the edge to Holly Holm. Kicking, the kicking game, Valentina Shevchenko all the way. Shevchenko can throw kicks from a lot of crazy angles. She uses her kicks as a jab almost, okay? And she is so fast at getting those kicks off the ground that her opponents, they can't even see them coming. And her signature kick move is a roundhouse. Like, she jumps and does a roundhouse and kicks you in the solar plexus. She's dropped a lot of people with that move, okay? And people, they can't see it coming. And it's so fast that before you blink your eyes, her foot's already in your stomach, and that's just how it is. Holly Holm has a signature kick, the head kick. That's her signature kick. That's what she does. That's her bread and butter. But I can see Valentina Shevchenko defending that because she is so good at Muay Thai that she's going to defend that head kick, or she's just merely going to step out of range. That's just how I see the fight going down. Now, grappling. This type of grappling, I'm not talking about the ground grappling. I'm talking about grappling where you're standing on your feet, okay? And there are different types of grappling. You don't always have to be on the ground to grapple. I mean, that's a misconception that people have. I see Valentina Shevchenko, if they're standing, Shevchenko is going to use her hips to control Holly Holm if they grapple. There's not going to be a lot of grappling in this fight, okay? It's just not going to happen. But if they take it there, I give that edge to Valentina Shevchenko if they're standing and grappling. Submission, I give that to Valentina Shevchenko, okay? I give the submission game to Valentina Shevchenko because she's got 5 or 6 of her fights that they ended in submission. Holly Holm, being in MMA, and you would think the amount of MMA fights that she's had, you would think that she would have had a win by submission, but since she, I don't remember seeing her in any fights where she submitted an opponent. Her submission game is almost non-existent. It's not there, okay? I think she did try in a few of her fights, but it was unsuccessful. She's not very good at that. Shevchenko is a good submission specialist, and I can see Shevchenko trying to submit Holly when she realizes, oh crap, it's going to be hard for me to stand with Holly Holm. Ground game, I give it to Valentina Shevchenko, okay? Shevchenko is good on the ground. When she's taken to the ground, she's actually a bit resourceful. She defended well against Amanda Nunes when Nunes had her on the ground and clearly dominated the first 2 rounds. But Shevchenko held her own. And Nunes, in my opinion, was the bigger person, okay? Much stronger. But if they go to the ground, I give that edge to the bullet. Holly Holm has been on the ground, and I've seen on the ground, and most of the time is not a good look for her. Miesha Tate completely dominated her. Ronda Rousey couldn't really get on the ground. She's had a few people that get her on the ground, and she's not comfortable on the ground. She's just not. Strength, I give that to Holly Holm all the way. Holly Holm is a much, much stronger person than a bullet. And if it comes to a battle of brute strength, Holly Holm is going to have to use that to her advantage, okay? Holly Holm is just she's good, man. She's very good with the strength department. And I can see that being as a weapon for Holly Holm because Holly Holm can take a lot of shots. And since the bullet isn't that strong, she's going to have to do a lot more to wear Holly Holm down. People, that's just the way that is. Agility, I give it to Holly Holm. Holly Holm is very agile. Very, very agile. Much more so, she can definitely get around that ring. She can change positions. Holly Holm can change levels. I mean, if she's on her back, she can jump back up. I mean, I've seen her go down and she'll pop right back up. She uses defense to her advantage. I mean, she's agile. I mean, she slips kicks, she slips punches, she ducks under takedown attempts. Holly Holm is the real deal in the agile department. The Bullet is also she's agile. She's very agile as well. She's just not as skilled with it as Holm is. Holm is very skilled with that agility, and she uses that to her advantage. I mean, did you see what she did against Ronda Rousey? Her agility played a major key. I think if the Bullet was full a full number 5 on her agility, I think she could have beat Nunes. Okay, speed. The Bullet definitely is much faster than Holly Holm. And Holm is fast. The Bullet is faster. And the Bullet's going to have to use a lot of that speed to take advantage of the speed that Holly Holm don't quite have. There are also other categories that I just couldn't fit in here. Yes, the Bullet is faster. The Bullet is faster. Holly Holm is a bit more technical. And when you have technique, if your technique is good, you're going to have timing. And I've always learned that timing beats speed. But I give the speed edge to the Bullet. Power. Holly Holm all day. Holly Holm has power in her kicks and punches. I mean, people, none of her opponents, they can't get around that power. When they feel that power, they back up, okay? And I can see Holly Holm backing the Bullet up once, the Bullet tastes one of Holly Holm's punches, and she's going to be like, oh, crap, this girl can knock me out. And really, that's what's going to happen, okay? Holly Holm has a lot of power. The Bullet, she don't have power in her hands. She's got power in her kicks. If the Bullet can land some of those kicks, man, from those different odd angles, she's gonna give Holly Holm a rude awakening, okay? Takedown defense. I give that to Holly Holm. Holly Holm is good at taking down. She's good at takedown defense. The Bullet don't really use her takedown defense often because she's comfortable on the ground. So I give the edge to Holm when it comes to takedown defenses, okay? Technique. I'll give more when it comes to a striking match. Holly Holm is more technical. When it comes to a kicking match, the Bullet is more technical, okay? So these two, they have a lot. I mean, this fight, if you can look at this sheet that I put up, this fight is evenly matched, okay? It's very evenly matched, and I can't, let me say it like this. Holly Holm has lost by submission, and we can all see the trend. The Bullet, the only way to beat the Bullet is to knock her out. And that's her 2 losses came, and let me check my sheet. Okay, if I can just really look at her record. Okay, yeah, I got her record right here. Look, her loss, one came by a knockout, okay, and one was just by a unanimous decision. Like, she got beat real bad by Nunes. Like, so literally, you're going to either have to knock the Bullet out or you're going to have to beat the hell out of her to where she is no longer able to defend herself. That's just how it is. You're not going to beat the Bullet by just throwing a bunch of little short kicks. You're going to have to either knock this girl out or you're going to have to dominate her so bad that, you're going to win on the scorecards. Holly Holm. You look at Holm's record. Now, Holly Holm has only 1 loss. But as you can tell, Holm can be submitted. And I think Miesha Tate did kind of expose some of Holly Holm. I think she did. And Holly Holm can be submitted. And I think that's going to have to be the Bullet's attempt. She's going to have to try to get Holly Holm exposed to be submitted. And people, that's just how it is, okay? Holm is going to have to either knock the Bullet out or just win on points. And I'm sorry, it's just the only person to knock the Bullet out is Liz Carmucci. I think it was Liz Carmucci that knocked her out, okay? Oh, man. But, anyway, people, this is going to be a good fight. Tune into it. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.